Hello, hello, welcome to Rachel Paints Poorly. My name is Rachel and I paint poorly. Today, I'm going to be upcycling a pair of window valances and a shower curtain, respectively, for an upcoming 3-week trip to sunny Florida. Back in 2019, I, like many of you probably, binge-watched Tidying Up with Marie Kondo over on Netflix and promptly sparked joy in my closets and dresser drawers. One casualty was my shorts. I kept a few pairs, but overall they aren't a staple of my wardrobe. Half of the year my house is covered in snow, and the other half of the remaining half, it's windy, chilly, or rainy. But as a journey to the warm environs of Florida necessitates a few additions to my warm weather wardrobe, why not make them myself? As you surely remember from my previous garment fashioning videos, fabric can be pretty pricey. Decent fabric, none of that polyester crapola for me. So thrifting it is. Unlike the Mary Blair Christmas sweater or the 1950s inspired wool coat, this time I wanted to be able to start from scratch. So instead of upcycling existing shorts, I would need to find larger pieces of material to work with, i.e. curtains, tablecloths, no bed sheets because A, not the best weave to make shorts out of, and B, it's kind of icky. I started with this pattern. I got it a few years ago off of Etsy. It's from the 1970s and I purchased it for the jacket, but it also contains pieces and instructions for the shorts. Fortunately, both were still in there. Unfortunately, the instructions are in German and my German is, well, schlecht. Now, the pattern is basic enough and the pieces themselves are also in English, so I didn't actually need the instructions, but I don't recommend buying patterns in languages you barely understand unless you really want the pattern and you don't mind rage-inducing sewing sessions. Making a mock-up is absolutely essential, mainly because this shorts pattern doesn't fit me. I knew that when I bought it, so it's just a matter of sewing it together and marking how much additional material I need to add when I cut out the actual fabric. It's inches total, so 1 inch total divided by 2 side seams divided by the 2 pieces joined in those seams. The additional space is then drawn directly onto the fashion fabric using chalk. I started with the window valances, for which I decided to use the pattern as printed. The lighting's kind of bad, I apologize for that. Here are the window valances, and what the heck? All right, people, this is what we call an issue. So as you can see, this curtain is about ½ an inch longer than this curtain. Perhaps that's why these curtains found themselves regulated to the Salvation Army in the first place. So what we're gonna do is we're going to shorten this one by ½ an inch, and then I'll be able to use this as the bottom of the shorts. Once the offending curtain has been shortened to the correct length, it's time to place the patterns, which worked out exceptionally well because there are 2 valances that mirror one another, and that can be transferred to 2 shorts legs that also mirror each other. Pin the fronts to fronts and backs to backs. Then sew together. Then repeat for the front and back, pinning them together at the sides. Then sewing the 2 sides together. Then it's time to sew the crotch and voila! A pair of shorts has taken shape. This pattern also calls for darts, 2 in front on each side and 4 in the back, 2 on each side. I sewed them as indicated on the pattern to begin with, but ended up adjusting both them and the seam allowances before going over each unfinished edge with my serger, one of the finest inventions known to man. After making sure everything fits properly, it's time to add the zipper. If sleeves are my arch nemesis, then zippers are just my nemesis. Not as bad as an arch nemesis, but still. A nemesis is a nemesis. Okay, it is time to sew the zipper, and I don't have a zipper foot, I have this edger foot instead, so we'll see how that goes. All right, here we go. Okay. Ow! Alright, not bad. Got a little pull there to fix that. I cut out most of me pinning the zipper because it takes me forever and is fairly uninteresting. But if you want a full zipper tutorial sometime in the future, let me know down in the comments below. Once I'm satisfied with the fit, it's time to add the waistband. This is where Albert, my poor machine, broke, and the bobbin stopped moving and the thread wouldn't catch. Albert is a fashion-mate sewing machine from the 1970s and usually lives folded inside of a sewing table. Today, however, he was removed for the first time and transported to a local sewing shop where he will be repaired and cleaned and hopefully returned within an agreeable amount of time. Until then, I will be using Fred here, whom I borrowed from my parents. Fred picks up where Albert tragically left off, sewing the waistband. The valance curtains turned shorts turned out pretty cute, if I do say so myself. The embroidery gives them an appropriate warm weather vibe, and they're a cotton linen blend to boot. Hashtag fabric goals. For the second pair of shorts, I'm using this awesome pineapple print shower curtain, 100% cotton in a tight yet flexible weave. For this pair, I wanted to deviate from the 1970s pattern and create a shorter pair of shorts, using a previously thrifted pair that I already own and really like as a guide. Das ist gut. The first steps are essentially the same as the previous pair, only I serged all the edges much sooner this time around, before I began overlapping them with one another. Live and learn. Hi, this is Editing Rachel, just popping in real quick to say I can't help but notice that I have been wearing the same sweater throughout basically this entire video, which I shot over several days, except for this part where I'm wearing my husband's sweater. So if you were thinking I don't have any other sweaters and or don't have any taste in fashion, well, bet you feel really silly now. In my defense, it's February in Ohio and I'm cold. That is all, now back to the video. Okay, friends of Hagrid, what we're about to do is create a long strip of fabric to go into the little shower loops for the shower rings on these pants, or shorts, on these shorts. So it'd be like a little belt, like drawstring to cinch the waist, so I don't have to put a zipper into these. And also because it is made out of a shower curtain, so we should probably utilize all the parts that we have, and what better way than to use what would have been the shower curtain and the rings to hold this to the bar. But now it's going to hold it on my butt. I was drawn to this pattern especially because I really like pineapples on clothes, as decor, especially lamps and light fixtures. I even have one of those decorative pineapple plants. The actual fruit fell off and was chewed up by chipmunks a long time ago, but the plant itself made some babies and they're doing great. They love it here in Ohio, especially in the winter when they're trapped in the house and my cats try to chew on them when I'm not looking. Because I altered the pattern, I attached the waistband differently, serging the top of the shorts and the bottom of the waistband together, then sewing over them both using Fred. The drawstring is 2 strips of the shower curtain taken from either side and joined in the middle, so I could use the factory finished edge for the ends. I folded the raw edges under twice, then hand sewed it closed. Once the drawstring was in place, I tried it on and pinned little darts around the waistband where it was gapping, then sewed them and tacked them down by hand. I added 3 hook and eye closures where the waistband joins, then retried them on and added, sewed, and tacked 2 more darts. I did make a bow that I considered adding to the side, but it was too big and I didn't like the effect. But it's still pretty cute, so maybe I'll wear it in my hair like Pebbles from the Flintstones. The shower curtain shorts turned out surprisingly well, giant bow and all. I wasn't sure near the end there if the drawstring was going to work out, but it did and I am awesome. And there you have it, a pair of window valances and a shower curtain, respectively, upcycled into 2 pairs of shorts. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, this is part 1 of a 2-part series. The second part will be coming up in the next few weeks, so keep an eye out for that. As always, thumbs up if you like this video, hit that like button, and if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe. I am also over on Instagram where you can follow me at Rachel Paints Poorly. Until next time, bye. Warm.